Hey family, so I have a message for someone on today who feel like life is trying to take you out, okay? You feel heat coming from this way, heat coming from that way, but I want to let you know that the heat is not for destruction, it's for refinement. So if you find yourself in a place where life is just all hell is breaking loose, this message is for you. And God has been having me on this theme because there's somebody out there that needs this video of encouragement, of empowerment, to stand tall even when life's heat is turned up. Now, let's be honest. Sometimes we go through things in life that where everything seems to be happening all at once. Everything seems to be happening. You got issues in your finances, in your relationship. You're entering into a new season and you don't quite sure know which way to go or what to do. You're searching and asking for guidance and clarity. And it just seems like everything gets turned all the way up. Okay? Trust me, I've been there before. Okay? That's how I'm here to encourage you that you will not fold under the fire, but you will rise, because your rise starts right now. So I just came to give you 5 tips on how to stand tall when life heat is turned all the way up. So number 1, you have to remember your why. Life may be lifing right now because you're trying to start your business, you're trying to write a book, you're trying to branch out in ministry, you're trying to become a teacher, an educator. College is hard, courses are hard, it seems like overwhelming, money is funny. Listen, you have to remember your why. Why did you start taking those courses in the first place? Why did you start writing that book? Why did you start doing all the research and get your tools and things together to open that business? What was your purpose? Why did you start your YouTube channel? Why did you start your podcast? Yes, I know sometimes life is like, I don't feel like doing it. I feel like I ain't got nothing to say. I don't know if I'm going to be passing my classes. I'm tired. I'm working. I'm doing homework. It's hot. It's the summertime. All these things are trying to stop you from executing your goals and continuing on with your vision. But you have to remember your why. Why I started my YouTube channel was to do simply what I'm doing right now, is to encourage you and to empower you to rise out of everything that life is trying to bring you down. That's why I'm continuously getting on here. There's sometimes I'm like, I just don't have the strength, God. I just don't want to do it today. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. But God always brings me back to the why I started my YouTube channel. It wasn't for clicks. It wasn't for monetization. It was for me to be a voice in the wilderness, because a lot of things that I talk about, I personally experienced in my life. And it's nothing that God is punishing me with, but God is trying to refine me to get me to understand that there's more things I need to grow. There's more maturity that needs to be had. There's things I need to let go of. So remember your why on why you started, because that is the anchor to your purpose. That is the anchor to everything that you desire to do. Your why is going to carry you through the moments where you don't feel like doing it. You're not always going to feel motivated. You're not always going to want to get up and go to the gym. You're not always going to want to come on here and record a video, or to take those courses, or to get that coaching. You're not always going to feel like it. But your why is going to be the reason that you're going to see it through, that you're going to be committed, that you're going to be disciplined, that you're going to be consistent. All right, that's tip number 1. Number 2 is shift your perspective. Okay? Number 2 is to shift your perspective. And I know this is hard, because when life is lifing, you always want to question, why, God? Why is this happening to me? Why is it not happening the way I want it to happen? Why is it not happening when I want it to happen? But one thing we got to understand is that God does not work on our timing. He may not come when you want him, but I guarantee you that God is definitely on time. And in the meantime, you got to shift your perspective to say, what is God trying to teach me? Not why me, but what is God trying to teach me? What is God trying to get me to see? Why does God have me waiting? Because sometimes it's just a waiting game to see how you handle it. Is your faith going to crumble? Are you going to get to complaining? Are you going to get to crying? Are you going to get to moaning? Or are you going to shift your perspective and do that inner work and say, okay, God, I'm going to trust you because I know you have a plan for my life. I know that all things are working together for my good. So instead of me trying to rush the process, come on, I'm going to trust the process. And I know that on the other side of me trusting, on the other side of me waiting, I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working behind the scenes. Number 2, shift your perspective and stop saying, why me? But what is God trying to teach me? What is God trying to get me to see? And why does God have me waiting? Because there may be something that you're missing, or maybe something that God is working behind the scenes for you. That's something that I had to realize. Like, sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we make hasty decisions, not allowing God to fully bring that thing into completion. And that is something that God had to show me. Brittany, you're waiting on me. So I want to see how well do you wait? How well do you wait? Do you get all in your feelings? Oh, God's not going to answer my prayer. God didn't hear me. Maybe I should pray again. Maybe I should cry out this time. Maybe I should do it differently. But in the waiting, God says, how well do you wait on me? I'm just seeing how well do you wait. It's already yours. That book's already done. That YouTube channel has an amount of subscribers that you're desiring. That business is already open on earth as it is in heaven. Okay? But how well do you wait? Because I'm moving some things behind the scenes. I'm getting people's heart prepared to receive you. I'm getting your clients lined up so that you would just be able to go. How well do you wait? Shift your perspective and start thinking about that. Number 3 is you have to speak life. When I was taking my public speaking class, one of my classmates' speech was on life and death is in the power of the tongue. You got to speak life. This too shall pass. I am more than a conqueror. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am the head and not the tail. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am blessed beyond measures. I am kingdom kid. I am raised for this. I am built for this. Like, you got to reinforce yourself. You got to remind yourself who you are. Okay? Speak life. I will wait on God because I know God has nothing but the best in store for me. I will continue to wait. And while I'm waiting, I will continue to work. Speak life. You want to see something different? It first starts with your tongue. First, you got to see it. Then you got to speak it out of your mouth. So I declare and I decree that all things are working together for my good. I declare and I decree that I am the woman for this new job. I declare and I decree that everything attached to me is going to be blessed because of it. You can't worry about what you're going through right now because it's only a distraction to keep you from walking in purpose and to ultimately keep you from your destiny. But if you start speaking life, I have the patience to wait on God. I know that good things are happening for me. I know that good things are happening to me. Start to speak it so that you can see it. And when you do that, it shifts the chemical balance in your body, and it takes you from being depressed to being joyful. It takes you from being stressed to being relaxed. You got to learn how to use the power that God has given you. Number 3, speak life. Number 4, stay spiritually grounded. You're distracted. You're discouraged. You want things to move a little bit quicker. But you got to stay spiritually grounded when life turns up the heat. You got to get in your word. You got to go and meditate. You got to take a moment of silence to really hear your next steps forward. If you've been praying for guidance, if you've been praying for direction, God is not going to speak to you in the midst of chaos. And while he's speaking, you're not even listening. So you have to stay spiritually grounded. Pray. And don't just pray, telling all God what you want and how you feel, and then you just get up and go on about your day. No, because there is the point and opportunity where you're going to miss God speaking because you're such in a rush to do it your way, to have it done the way you wanted to have it done in the time you want it to be done, that you don't even hear God. Call your accountability partner. Call Miss Britt. Call Coach B. Okay? If you need a little help. Go take a walk. Put down social media. Because that is the thief of joy. You're comparing yourself to everybody else who's potentially doing the same thing that you desire to do, and you're wondering why I'm not where they are. Well, I've been doing this for years, God. Why hasn't it taken off like that? You have to stay spiritually grounded. You have to set your eyes like a flint on your mission, on your assignment, on your purpose, and on your destiny. And the only way you're going to do that is if you start building up your prayer life, you start reading God's word, you start going on your spiritual walks, you take a spiritual bath. Relax. Okay? Relax. You need a self-care day. And number five is take spirit-filled action. Take faith-filled action. Okay? You probably got a website that you need to be building while you in a rush. You probably got an e-commerce store that you need to be building. You have to lay the foundation before God can send the increase. My God, and I'm speaking to myself. You have to lay the foundation before God can send the increase. So while you're waiting on God, while you're waiting on those clients, while you're waiting on those publishers, get your bio together. Okay? Get your bio together. Get your house in order. Get your heart in order. Prepare for the increase. Because God is not going to give you the increase if you not have the capacity to carry the responsibility of that weight. Get your website together. Get your resume updated. Get your e-commerce store. Start building out your products. Start writing descriptions. Start getting everything in order so that when the increase does come, you will have something to offer them. You will say, this is what I've been working on behind the scenes while I've been waiting on God. While the heat has been turned up, I took my mind off everything that was going wrong and started focusing on what I want to go right. So I want to encourage you. Continue seeking the will of God for your life. Continue to do the hard things. And know that God may not come when you want him, but he's going to be there right on time. And matter of fact, he's walking through the fire with you. There's nothing too hard for God. There's nothing that you're going through that God is unaware of. He's just trying to get you to a place that he knows he can trust you. That he knows he's going to elevate you. But you have to be ready. So I pray that this video blesses somebody. Remember the 5 steps to stand tall when life turns up the heat. Okay? Remember, and know that I am praying for you. Know that I love y'all so much. Until the next time, y'all be blessed. Don't y'all dare fold under the fire, because you were built for this. And your rise starts right now. You already know who it is. It's Brittany Laster with Voice Unmuted Coaching, also New Face TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you will be notified every time I drop a video. And I will see y'all later. Don't forget to go down in that comment section and listen to the song of the day. I pray it blesses you like it has been blessing me all day. Until we meet again. Love ya.